Shalom to the nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bracha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushing his word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick one, just talking about the bear, right, which is Russia, Gag and Magog, right, the Medes and the Persians. So there's a lot of things going on in Russia right now, right? So this article, I think it's endtimeheadlines.org. Putin threatens West with nuclear attack. Mobilizes 300 reserves, flights scramble to get out of Russia, right? And there was, I think that was today, it was either today or yesterday. I was watching a video, I think it was yesterday, Apostle Tahar put up a video about the fact that it was breaking news that Russia was changing their laws to initiate martial law, right? And to basically have the right to pull all the reserve troops, all the reserves, everyone that's been drafted is now forced to go to war, right? So it doesn't matter whether you want to go or you're not. If you've been drafted, you're going, right? So I guess there was some type of, just because you're drafted doesn't mean you have to go, right? So I guess now they're changing the rules and there's martial law now, right? So that's going on. And this happens. I didn't read, but I didn't watch the announcement or the announcement that Putin made regarding what I'm reading right now. But it says Putin threatens West with nuclear attack, mobilizes 300 reserves, flights scramble to get out of Russia. So everyone's trying to get out of Russia now, right? Okay, Vladimir Putin today issued a chilling new threat to use nuclear weapons against the West, telling world leaders to back off Ukraine while warning, "I'm not bluffing." So, just that alone, right? Daniel 7:5, and behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, right? So we got the bear. That's what it's referring to. So then we're gonna jump to Revelation 13:2. Revelation 13:2, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard. Right, it's talking about the Greeks, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. So the bear. So on a leopard, right? That was the beginning of the beast, because really the Roman, the Edomite Empire, or the rule of the Edomites really started when they were the Greeks, right? That's when it really started. That's why you always have the mention of the Greco-Roman, right? They started as the Greeks. That's when their civilization started. Okay. And his feet were as the feet of a bear. And the feet is at the end of something, right? It's on the bottom, the end, right? When you look at someone, you look at their head first, and then you look at their feet. Oh, you go down to the feet. That's the end, right? Slakia. So the end of this kingdom, of their society, is going to be with the bear, which is Russia, right? Because even if you look at Russia's coat of arms, it's a bear. Right? Not a coincidence. And his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and a dragon, right? That's England. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority, right? And you got America, you got the beast system, NATO and the EU, right? But really America's the one that's running NATO and the EU, right? That harlot that's riding the dragon. So now we're going to go to, actually, let's go back to this article. The despot also ordered the mobilization of 300,000 military reserves, the first in Russia since the Second World War. So you know it's not serious. It's not a joke. The last time they did this was in the Second World War, and gave the go-ahead to the referendums to be held in occupied areas of Ukraine that would make them a part of Russia in the Kremlin's eyes, at least. So they're taking over. Now they're saying that those parts of Ukraine are now part of Russia. He vowed to use all means to defend the region, saying, if the territorial integrity of our country is threatened, we will use all available means to protect Russia and our people. So now I get what he's doing now. So now he's saying, okay, these places that we took over in Ukraine, we're going to make it Russia. So if you guys try to invade those areas, you're actually invading Russia. So that's an act of war. So now I'm going to use my weapons on you. It's very, very smart. Very, very smart. That is very, very smart. Wow. because now technically they're invading Russia, right? That's why it says and gave the go ahead for referendums to be held in occupied areas. And I believe I was reading another article that said that they're doing votes, they're doing elections to. So I don't know the exact rules. I don't know everything. I have to look into it. But I think I'm assuming based on what they're doing, if you have elections or referendums in those areas, now that's a considered part of the country, right? So that now is considered part of Russia, right? So if someone tries to invade those areas thinking it's Ukraine, but really it's Russia, that's an act of war. So now, right? So if the U.S. tried to, with the Ukraine, like with the aid of the, try to aid the Ukraine in invading those areas, try to take them back, that's an act of war. So now they have war. Now they're against also the America. I think that's what they're doing here, right? That's what it seems like. We have to wait and see. He violated use, okay. Russia people, this is not a bluff. I shall stress by all means available to us. Those trying to blackmail us with nuclear weapons should know that the tables can turn on them. Damn. He's not playing around. Okay, so let's go back to the scriptures. Hosea 13:8. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and will rend the call of their heart, and there will I devour them like a lion. The wild beast shall tear them. And that's where he's coming at. Putin's coming like that bear, right? He's not holding anything back now. He's not playing around. He's like, I'll tear you guys apart. Okay? Because he's kind of backed up in the corner. So when you get back up a bear of all animals in the corner, what do you think it's going to do? Now it has nothing to lose, right? So it's going to destroy you. It's like if I'm going down, you're going down with me. And that's the kind of mind state he has right now, by the way he's talking. Isaiah 13:17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Right? And the Medes are the Russians. The Persians are the Iranians today. Right? And right now, that's what's happening. They're stirred up. Right? And at this point, you can't bite them off. You can't say, okay, hey, you know what, we'll give you this amount of money. You just don't invade our area. Don't stop invading Ukraine, okay? No. You can see the way he's moving. He doesn't care about money. He's taking that land. Whether you like it or not. You know? And it's not just going to be him. You're going to see other nations going to join in too, because there's other things going around in the world right now. So other nations are going to join with Russia. Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon to destroy it. So it is all against Babylon. So the end game is just to destroy America. Because remember, America is joined onto Ukraine. So eventually, Russia's going to take out Ukraine. It's going to take over that land. But America most likely is going to try and help. Maybe they're going to send some troops. We'll see what happens. But if they do, and those troops invade those Ukrainian those occupied Russian lands, which are now considered to the Kremlin, Russia, that's an act of war against the states, against America, right? So this is a game of chess right now, and the Lord's the one who's moving the pieces. Lord Yahweh is moving the pieces on the board, right? But he's working on the mind of Putin, right? Jeremiah 51:28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. Right? So other nations are going to join with Russia. Because they already mentioned, I think there was an article about China. There was a meeting. So China, basically now everyone knows that China is with what Russia is doing. Right? And there's going to be more nations that are going to follow suit. I think Germany, there was a thing with Germany about sending troops to Ukraine, and they haven't done it. They're supposed to send it for months, like at least 6 months ago. They still haven't done it. So eventually they're going to join because they're going to have to pick a side. They can't stay in the middle forever. You're going to have to pick a side. So they're obviously going to pick with Russia, right? So it's slowly but surely the prophecies are rolling. They're coming together. So now we're going to go to, let's see, Ezekiel 38:4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? And just to get maybe start from 3. No, let's start at 1. Ezekiel 38 and 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. So it's referring to Russia. That's why I wanted to read from number 1. In thy jaws. So that's what happened. The Lord took the hooks into Russia, who the leader of Russia is Putin, and turned them back to his purpose that the Lord has for him, is to go after Babylon, right? Go to the west. And bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So basically immobilize all your troops, everything you got. And that's what's happening right now. Like I just read here, the despot also ordered the mobilization of 300,000 military reserves, a first in Russia since the Second World War. Right? That's basically what we just read. Okay? And then last one, Jeremiah 50 and 12. Oh. Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. And the mother that it's referring to is England, right? And who it bared, or who she bared, was America, because America came from England, right? And it's going to be a hindermost, a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert, because all of the missiles that are going to be shot on America, Babylon, is going to turn into a desert. So it's going to be bared, right? It's going to be desert. It's going to be what's it called? Inhabitable. Okay, so we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. So the point has been made. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect that are pushing his word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom until next time.